happy riches of the future. We're back with another great song. You already know what time it is, so let's look at the market today. Look at what's going on with the market as a whole and make sure you knew about it. Thanks to everyone who's rocking with us. Make sure you hit the like button on the stream as soon as you get there. Let us look at this. Right now, the total value of the crypto market is $2.35 quadrillion. That means we're down 3%. If you watched my video yesterday, this was important to keep up with the daily videos. Even if the title is just Shiba Inu, I talk about Bitcoin in them. So you should still watch them. I talk about what I think will happen with prices tomorrow. We also talked about how the market was most likely to fall today. That's what we have here. The fear and greed score is 66. People are still in that greedy area. We're not yet at the extremes of greed, so we can still go up, but we're also not yet at the point where people are afraid. People are still in the greed stage, so now is not the best time to buy aggressively. Now, when I say now is not the best time to buy aggressively, I'm talking about people who are looking for quick deals. If you're looking to the long term, that doesn't apply to you because you're just dollar cost averaging over time. But for people who are looking for quick deals, that does. I believe we still have some room to back off for now. That being said, happy Halloween to everyone who enjoyed this holiday in the United States. Right now, use Bitcoin. It's down 2.5% to 70,419, but it's still up 3% for the week. Ethereum was worth $25.23, which is 5% less than it was yesterday. We bought BNB for $575, which is 3.6% less than the previous day. At $169, Solana is down 3.2% for the day. 50 cents of XRP are down 2.5% for the day. Doge was down 5.7% for the day, worth 16 cents. Tron 16 cents has stayed pretty much the same today, 3.4% for the day. Cardano is down 3.8% today, worth 34 cents. Shiba Inu is still in 12th place by market cap with a score of 401785. It's down 3.4% today and 1% this week. 72% still in the green. That being said, let's take a closer look at Bitcoin to see how it's responding, where its support levels are, and what our indicators are showing us. Then we can decide what to do next. First, let us look at this. Bitcoin has a volume of 40.4 billion right now, which is about 2.8% less than it was 24 hours ago. We can see that the number is going down a bit. There was a big drop yesterday, and it's getting smaller today. That's it, 70,517. Let us get our best signs out. These aren't trader signs, you know. There are people who like to trade or buy things in order to get better deals. We set up our Bollinger Bands. Let's also raise our RSI, index of relative strength. Look at this. This needs to be cut down so that both of them fit in the frame. Okay, so this shows that the RSI is currently at 61. We did get it to move away from that overbought spot. Remember what I said? It was in that overbought area yesterday. We can now see that it's getting shorter. Now we want to look at, okay, we see it pulling off because it was bought too much. We know that people are likely to start selling when we see that it has been bought too much. Then where will the sales end? Let's take a look at, I want to throw a support or a horizontal line here where we saw it, hold on to something and see where it went and where it lines up. So take a look at the map and look to the left to find the key areas of support and resistance. And if you look, you can see that this place is where it seems to have gotten support. So this area here. Take a look at how our price found support right here. Thus, that tells me it is getting help from this area. That could be a major support level then. We look at it, and we're looking at it right now to see how strong the support is. It's been resistance there and resistance there. There are some bumps in this area, but if we look even further left on the map, we can see that it's kind of in that range. Kind of, but not quite. One thing that worries me is that right here, after we see this support area or resistance point that turns out to be our new support, there is a big drop off. Bitcoin has gone from about 70K to 53K. That's why we want to keep an eye on this place. So let's hold on to this support level. I wouldn't worry too much about falling below those levels. But we now know that is on the table our RSI shows that we are at a 61. So not yet too expensive or too cheap, even though the price is still up to a 61, we're kind of in the middle. It's getting closer to being overbought. That makes me think that there might be some excitement when some good news comes in, right away if the news is good enough. That's what we want to see. The price should stay in this trend line for the most part. Let me clear up a few of these if we start to see. Let's look at this trend line again. We can see that the price is moving along it. In other words, if I see it break below about, to tell if it's in this range or the left half of the trend line, if it breaks below the left side of this trend line, we're going to look at this help at 69. It could also break outside of this area, which would cost about 68, and it's in the 68 level range. If it breaks down at that level, it might break down at the next levels around 65K and so on. It's kind of a tie right now. That being said, I want to lean toward another red day. It's only down about 2% though. Right now the slowdown is getting smaller and smaller, but it's going away. When things like this happen, people don't know what to do next. Let's see how that goes. With this in mind, let's look at what we can learn about SHIB. We think that Bitcoin may go down sometime tomorrow. So let's look at Shiba Inus. The number of people is now 451 million, which is a drop of about 0.5%. In other words, it's kind of dying down now. The slowdown is almost over. We are getting nearer to that strong point. That being said, we still want to be as sure as we can be about what's likely to happen. Let's check out the SHIB chart. Take a look at the charts and bring up our signals. Look around. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's zoom in. We can see now that we've zoomed in. Bollinger Bands show that the level of 1946 is a support point, and the level of 1813 is in the middle of the band. We didn't just stay at that level, we broke it. That's why we failed below the mid-Bollinger Band. That tells me that we're really in neutral ground since the RSI is at 51. It really could go either way right now. We do know though that the price tends to be drawn to these Bollinger Band levels, the upper Bollinger Band level and the mid Bollinger Band level. Since it broke through the mid Bollinger Band, the next support level we want to see is at 1681.01 points per coin. A lot of buy orders will be put there. That's where people will think to go long or where they think other people will enter the market. Let's put a mark around that area and check to see if it lines up with any of our main support levels. If you look to the left of the map, you'll see that it's a little jumpy here and there. Let me draw it in this area, but look at how this support line falls right here around this area. Always look to the left of the chart to see the important parts. They can sometimes tell you something. So I'm looking at it, and those red candles that are forming are little ones. It's more likely that the candle will go in either way if it's smaller. Let's say that the lights that are going up are getting smaller. That's when the red lamps are most likely to start going down. Take a look at these small red candles that are going down. After that, the green lights are likely to begin to rise. I hope that makes sense. I think we'll have another red day on SHIB tomorrow. Remember that important support level I just talked about. I think it was 1681. But let's look at, she said she got paid. We talked about a surprise. She said that she had said that was coming today. So we made a guess right there. It looks like we were wrong about that. I thought it might have been the treat ticket release. This Halloween treat is something to think about. Her subject has been, there has been talk among the team about releasing treat ticket for a long time, but it's not like we heard about it from you. DeLorean Labs, the company that made the DeLorean, is now working with Shiba Inu to make an electric car. The documentary is mostly about a new NFT collection. The winner of the competition, whether it's the top NFT or the winner of the collection or something else, will get a DeLorean. That's pretty cool, but check out Play With. She says this Halloween we're starting our open beta. Enjoy the fun prizes from the game, and more surprises are on the way.